Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Do you really want to be vanilla? Vanilla. Plain. Ordinary. Common. Vanilla. Blah. Now, if you like vanilla ice cream, you think it's the best flavor in the world, then this analogy is going to fall flat on you. But stay with me here, sister. Vanilla. It's what I refer to as just there. Nothing special about it. The way that most of the world lives. Status quo. Doing what others typically do. Not standing out. Blending in with the crowd. Vanilla. And I'm going to assume if you're listening to this podcast right now, Women Wanting More, it's because you're not a vanilla kind of girl. You are looking for more within your life, and vanilla does not work for you. So here's the tricky part of, if we keep going with this analogy, switching up your flavors, okay? Here's the tricky part of it. Ready? It's a big secret. I'm gonna have to whisper it. We can't let the rest of the world know, or my neighbors as I walk around after dropping off my big boy at school. Here's the big piece of it. Here's the secret. Here's how you stop becoming vanilla. Here's how you do this. And here's why it is difficult. Most people don't do it. Most people do not do this. Why? They don't think they're deserving. They don't think they're enough. It's too scary. What will people think? What if I fail? I'm not enough. Did I mention that one? And if I did, it doesn't matter. I'm mentioning it twice because that comes up a lot. I'm not enough. I'm not ready. Who am I to want these big things? And for some, they just don't want it. Totally cool. Totally cool if that's the last one and that's the absolute truth. If someone is happy exactly where they are, they want nothing to change within their life, they don't think that things could possibly get any better, like this is it, man. Fucking promised land, like, whoo, I've hit it. Awesome. However, I'm going to challenge you on that one and have you consider that if you are not growing, you will be dying at some point. Things that stop growing actually start to contract and retract and eventually die and wither, right? There's not a plant, like take a look at, the natural world, right? A plant doesn't stop growing and hits that peak and then it's done. No, it keeps growing, keeps expanding. And sometimes it has to take that time to rest. Sometimes it has to be trimmed back a little bit so we can go to that next level and be able to grow more flowers and get bigger and more beautiful and more abundant. Vanilla. Vanilla is how most of the world really sees things. And so the reason what is difficult to break out of vanilla into whatever a flavor is you, sister, is that most people don't do this. And so what do? Well, you could say I have to have the discipline, I have to have the certainty, I have to have the perseverance, I have to be persistent, I have to be so clear on what I want, I need to know why these things matter, I need to commit, I need to understand who I am. Yes. But the biggest piece of this, which a lot of you have a tremendous challenge with, because you tell me all the time, some of the women that are just at my live event shared this with me, clients share this with me, is that the reason that you're not busting out of vanilla into the flavor that is you is you got a bunch of vanillas in your life. You have vanillas in your life. They are dragging you down. They don't want another flavor. I'm like, it's vanilla, don't you know? This is the one we're supposed to be. We know it. It's easy. Just be like us, sister. It's vanilla. Just be vanilla. Everybody's happy. No need to do another flavor. You don't need to be different. You don't need to be unique. Just be like us. We're all vanilla. And so here's what happens. Let me share with you a story to understand. When our oldest son Tyson was, let's see, how old was he at the time that I launched my first podcast, Mom at 41? I launched it in 2014. So Tyson would have been 3.5, let's say. Yeah, 3.5. Because Kai was still a baby, so 3.5. And launched the podcast called Mom at 41. And at the time, Kai was still at home. Actually, I brought him into work a lot of days with me. So he was just still a little wee baby. And Tyson was in a day home at the time. And I remember the person who's running the day home, who I was friends with at one point, not anymore, did not end well. And I remember launching the podcast, and this is someone who runs a day home, a mother of 3 children. And thinking, man, I launched this podcast, like she's going to be so excited for me, Mom at 41, maybe share it with the other moms that she knows. And I remember the comment about it was like, yeah, how's that little podcast thingy doing? And in my mind, I was like, podcast thingy? Could there be any more facetiousness or disdain or just like belittling of a huge thing that I just did? And listen, I wasn't looking for like an ego stroke. It was just like, friends that support you, right? Family that supports you. And I know for a lot of people, that was kind of the response. And I'm like, what the hell? At the time, it made no sense. I'm like, but she's my friend. She should be excited for me, right? She should support me, right? She should go, wow, that's incredible you did that. Nope, none of that. And I can remember the same, at the time, friend, that when I was blogging prior to that, and I would blog about things. I remember blogging about something that some might be considered controversial. I don't really see it that way. It's irrelevant what it was at the time. But I remember her too saying, oh, you're going to piss people off. You should, like, literally come to my home, having a conversation about it. Vanilla. Stay small. Don't change flavors. Make everybody happy. Everybody loves vanilla. Vanilla goes with everything. What's this new flavor you're doing? I don't know who you are. And it's people's stories about it, right? It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter as to the why they don't support you. Do they feel threatened by you? Maybe. Are they jealous of you? Possibly. Are they afraid for you? Maybe. It doesn't matter. And it's irrelevant. You'll never fucking know. Those people likely wouldn't even tell you the truth. They probably don't even know the truth. They're just reacting. They're just in their mind. They're like, how dare she? Who does she think she is? Vanilla. Vanilla. And it's tough because it's friends and it's family. And you're like, the people that love and support me the most? What the hell? And then I get emails from strangers. Oh my God, Karen, listen to your podcast. I feel like I'm not alone anymore. Thank you. It's really changing my life. Thank you. And friends and family didn't see it. Chose not to see it. Because they want vanilla. And my flavor, Karen, was changing. And they weren't okay with that. So if you want to shift out of vanilla to the flavor that is you, sister, here's your more tip for today, and here's what has to go down. You literally have to audit your tribe. We're going to call this audit your tribe. Take a look at people in your life. Be really honest. And take a look at each of those names on that list. Your friends, your family. Now, family, you may not be able to audit out of your life, right? Maybe boundaries that you create, because it's family. It's your parents, it's siblings, it's, whoever else. But really audit this. Like, do they support you and love you and inspire you and uplift you? And if they don't, you're going to have to make a decision. Is that person in the realm of vanilla? They don't like the flavor you're changing into. Because I'm telling you right now, sister, I am telling you right now, outside of having clarity of what you want and why, who you are, and making a commitment to making this happen, if you are surrounded by vanilla when your flavor is changing, you're fucked. You will not make it. You will not change. And you can say, but I'm the rebel and I'm the black sheep and I can do it and nah. No, you're around who you become. You'll go right back to vanilla again. You will. So really take a look at that list and figure out who still am I going to allow. That's it. Allow into my life. And listen, this is also too why I've created the sisterhood, right? There's so many of you that don't have women that are like you. They're not committed to change. They don't know what they want. They're vanilla. And you want a different flavor. And this is why the sisterhood was created. Created at such a ridiculously low monthly investment and even more ridiculously low annual investment to really allow you to be others that are around others that are like you. Powerful group. You have the association of others like you. You have accountability. You have access to me as a powerful powerful coach and an action plan of how to put this into place with weekly Facebook Live trainings and daily sisterhood tips. So here's what I want you to do. Head over to drkarenosborne.com/sisterhood and you can sign up for your 7-day free trial today. My gift to you. So I will talk to you in the next episode. A life of more. It's just one step away from me doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborne.com/newsletter.